So this is a bubble style caster camber gauge. They make a digital style. They'll work a lot the same way. It's just you need to make sure you read the directions. I like using the bubble style myself. So there's a couple different things I'll show you on it to use them accurately. Again, you don't really have to have the turn plates, but they do make this a lot easier. So first, if you look on the gauge, you've got 3 different vials.
Actually 4.
Huh? Oh yeah, 4. Yeah, you got this one. So if you look at the camber, so it's got a camber and it says negative, and then you have camber and it says positive. So on the right front, you're always going to be looking at the negative camber vial. And the way the vials are set up is they're made to read the center of the bubble. That is the more accurate measurement. If you want to read your edge, that's fine as long as you do it consistently. But if you're reading 4 degrees in the middle, it's not going to be 4 degrees on the edge, of course. So they are made to read the middle of the bubble. So like in this car here, we're at, of course he's not in the seat, but it's at 4.5 negative camber. So now to check the caster, of course we want to have positive caster. If you look on the gauge, the caster will have positive on one end and it says negative on the other end, so we're always going to be reading towards the positive side. So you're going to turn on the right front, we're going to turn back 20 degrees.
You're getting close, Zach. There's that. Nope, too far. Nope, too far that way.
There you go.
Close enough.
So once you go 20 degrees back, you're going to level your gauge. There's a little vial here on the end. You'll level that. And then you're going to turn this thumb screw here, right here, until your caster bubble gets to 0. So there we're at 0. So this is the center vial, that thumb screw makes this vial turn back and forth to get it to 0. Now the other thing while we're in this position, so you don't have turn plates. These gauges are all cut on an angle right here. So you can take a long straight edge. You can take like a sheetrock square or a long piece of angle or something. And what you're trying to do is basically line that up parallel to your rear tire. Just get a good reference point is the biggest thing. It doesn't have to be exactly 20 degrees. You're looking for a difference in your sweep. So say for instance you're doing it by yourself, you can't get to that kind of angle, you don't know where you're at or anything. Simply put a piece of tape on your tape measure and go from here, and like on these cars where you don't have the quicker steering, I would go 1 revolution. And then set it. Go back when we go the other way, go 1 revolution the other way. It's still going to give you an accurate difference between the two, and you're going to be close. So now, Zach, we'll go back the other way. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
A little more.
More.
That's good.
There you go. So now we'll re-level the gauge. And in this case, we're about 3.5 on the positive caster. So if we wanted to change that, let's say we wanted to go to 4 degrees. So we want to put more positive caster. We want to lean the ball joint back more. There's a couple of ways you can do it. You really want to try to keep those control arms as straight as possible. But simply you can add a shim to the back of the control arm. Say I wanted more camber as well. I would add a shim to the back to move that back part of the lower control arm in. Or say I had too much camber. I want to bring the tire back out this way, but I still want to add caster, so I'd add a shim or take away a shim on the front side. So there's a couple of different ways to look at it. You can tune that camber and caster together when you're making those adjustments, but ideally we'd like to keep that spacing the same to keep that cross shaft from getting bound up. So again, the gauge is cut at an angle here. So if you don't have turn plates, you can simply use that straight edge to kind of get you
straight edge, or even sighting it off the side of the car.
Yeah.
I mean, you're
again,
it's as good as the operator.
Yeah, again, it's just it's a reference point. It does not have to be exact. You know, if you're messing with one of these gauges and you're looking at where it is, it's a pretty big window that if you get it zeroed and go back the other way, once it gets to a certain range, that caster bubble stops moving anyway. So Zach, go another, say go another 5 degrees if you can. There you go. We stayed at 3.5.
Go back the other way to 50. Okay, there it just started to move.
Yeah, so you're about a 5 degree window there where it's reading the same number.